What happens when you use a lint roller instead of a brayer on your gel plate? Spoiler, it sticks. To everything? I guess you'll have to see for yourself. This is a follow-up to my big Brayer DIY video where I tested 14 unconventional tools for gel plate printing. And if you haven't seen that one yet, it might be a good idea to check it out first. For context, you know. And if you're not currently questioning my decision to use a lint roller as a brayer, then just stick with me and enjoy this colorful ride. So, let me quickly summarize. In the test, this Avenger scored a total of 4 out of 5 hero badges. But I was seriously torn. Part of me loved this sticky little devil for his fantastic paint spread. The other part almost booked a therapy session thanks to his incredibly clingy personality. One thing was clear: we'd need some serious one-on-one time to find out whether I could coax him into a slightly less emotionally attached existence. So I rolled up my sleeves, grabbed the Sticky Avenger, took a deep breath and hit record. Here's how our little trust exercise went down. Please excuse the slightly blurry footage at the beginning. I guess I was a little too excited and didn't notice the focus was off. For this session, I used my DIY gel plate in A3 size, and of course I started with way too much paint. I don't know why that keeps happening. I've been printing with gel plates for so long, and somehow I still make the same rookie mistake. Anyway, this time I actually noticed it before the first roll, so I removed a good amount of paint with a sheet of plain copy paper. Now, there's still more than enough paint on the plate, but just little enough to spread it properly. And just like in the test video, the Sticky Avenger totally delivers. Smooth, even paint distribution like a champ. Normally, I'd skip through this part in the video, but since this is all about application and handling, I've kept more of it in, just sped up a bit later on. What I can already say, the Sticky Avenger doesn't care if you're using thin or thick paint. It handles both with impressive ease and accuracy. This session wasn't planned. I didn't have a concept in mind. I just went with the flow. For a recent experiment, I made this stencil using a laminated A3 sheet with some circles cut out. I'll also be using the cutout parts, of course. just like in the big test video. Paint gathered again in the narrow gap between handle and roller. I scraped off the excess with a palette knife. The gold paint layer is dry now, and I'm combining it with different shades of blue and a hint of purple. Isn't this blue just stunning? Okay, let's switch up the color scheme. Still a touch too much paint, but definitely better than earlier. And by the way, blending colors directly on the plate works beautifully with this Brayer alternative. Since I love working with stencils, I grabbed a few more. This time mixing the laminated ones with older ones I made from a plastic folder. You might recognize those from my other video. And yes, I finally managed to get the right amount of paint on the plate. But just when I thought I was on a roll, the Sticky Avenger's clingy personality came through again. Oh, there he goes again, trying to become one with the stencil. Luckily, the laminated parts resist his emotional neediness, but the folder material didn't stand a chance. They are not compatible, so I stuck to the laminated stencils. My A3 papers were running low, so I did a couple of prints using 2 A4 sheets. Since I wasn't following a plan anyway, that worked just fine. During another session, I discovered something I now love. Since the laminated stencils are quite stiff, they are super easy to clean without slipping or tearing. That gave me the idea not to just wipe off the paint with a baby wipe, but to clean it directly on a white sheet of paper, which creates abstract patterns I can use later for overprinting. So now I'm wondering what color to use for the next layer on those 2 A4 prints. I love the blue, but it might be a bit too bold against the soft pink and orange. Whatever, let's try it. I wrote the blue onto this already pretty roll-off sheet on purpose, so I can see if the combo will work. And yeah, as expected, too much contrast. So I used the lighter blue print from earlier for the overlay. And yes, totally the right choice. Now I'm cleaning the stencil again, and this time the paint transfer is way less subtle. I love it. And then I thought, can I do this directly on the gel plate? Let's find out. As you can see, the pattern is softer again. Most of the paint transferred to the cleaning sheet, so I didn't want to overprint it with another heavy color. That's when I remembered those pearl paints I had lying around. They are almost transparent with a soft shimmer. I used the blue shimmer one here, though I'm not sure if it had gone bad. It was very runny. Sorry again, my camera stopped recording and I didn't notice there's no footage of applying the pearl paint. But I do have the resulting print to show you. It's okay, not mind-blowing, but interesting. As you can see, the Sticky Avenger and I can manage a super thin layer of paint too. This time I skipped the stencils and went with different stamps instead. I hate wiping off leftover gold paint, so I tried pairing it with rose gold, hoping it wouldn't clash too much. And I think it worked. Unfortunately, the print I used wasn't fully dry, and even though I waited a few minutes, the new paint didn't fully transfer. In fact, the old paint transferred back onto the gel plate. Oh well, I actually like the result. Next, I tried lifting the remaining paint with black. And yes, it worked great. So I went in for another black pull and tried using a piece of leftover wallpaper as a makeshift stamp. No idea what for, but you know me, I love to experiment. That blueprint is really starting to grow on me, but something's missing. At first I thought lighter accents would help. Okay, but not great. Red. That's it. It needed red accents. The entire print session lasted about 3 hours, and here are the results. Both the prints and the roll-off sheets. Honestly, those roll-offs are of my secret favorite and definitely not just waste. I'm afraid I don't have any footage of this splattery piece either. My camera only records 30 minutes at a time, and when I'm in the zone, I often don't notice it stop. And doesn't this print remind you a bit of the cover from my playbook number 1? Let's see. Maybe I'll turn it into something similar with more layering and mark making. All in all, I'm super happy with how this print session turned out. I'd even go as far as awarding the Sticky Avenger half a hero badge more. Sure, he's a bit of a diva on paper, but on the gel plate, he's an absolute star. And I do have an idea for how to tame his dramatic streak, but more on that in a future video. What did you think of this Avengers performance? And which of my unconventional heroes should step up next? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button or share it with someone who loves creative chaos as much as you do. And if you're not subscribed yet, now it's a good time to stick around. The Gelplate ABC series is just getting started and I've got plenty more tricks, tools and printing experiments coming your way. Until next time, keep it messy, keep it fun and keep rolling with whatever sticks. Bye for now.